Thanks for joining us today, Chef. How are you?
I'm doing very well.
Wonderful. So tell me a little bit about Round Hill Club. How long have you been there?
I'm going into my 5th year at Round Hill Club.
Okay.
It's a very small club, Greenwich, Connecticut. It's about 425 members. Very member focused. We don't do outside events. We don't do anything. So everything that we do is basically for that membership.
How much do you do in F&B?
Right now, F&B is 3.2.
Okay. How long have you been there?
5 years.
5 years. Okay. So you're coming up on a big year, right?
Yes.
It's the Centennial?
It is the Centennial year.
So everything is 100.
Everything. And it's been like, I mean, we have our book coming out that we started a year and a half ago. We have every event for this entire year is Centennial something. We have a Centennial Gala, we have a Centennial Game Dinner, we have Centennial Golf Tournament, Centennial Shooting Tournament. It's everything.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about this for months. We've had archivists in. I'm pulling recipes from, the 25th anniversary out of our archives and menus from, 1924 and menus from 1950. We're featuring a lot of those dishes.
Okay.
So like even just everybody at the club is just however we can somehow work this Centennial into everything that we do. So even our menus right now, we change the menu every month and I'm picking a dish out of the archives.
That's cool. So what are some of the dishes?
It's very basic and classical French, so you have your Dover sole and you have things like that, but what we're doing is we're taking a dish that they were maybe doing in 1935 and doing it the way that we would do it now.
Okay. Can you give me an example?
Well, it's just like we just did a split on one of them where we did like a traditional beef bourguignon, just very basic and this and that, and then when we did it at the club, we did it with a beef bourguignon and we switched the way the potatoes were and we switched the way that we braised it, and it's done sous vide, and it's just all the different love and stuff that we put into things now, whereas before it was just a stew,
Right.
But it's really cool to like go through these menus and stuff from so long, and it's like, tomato madrileine, which is like something you don't ever see on a menu anymore, but I'm gonna run it as a soup, so like, I'm like, ooh, we'll do this for a soup or we'll do this for a special. So it's really just trying to bring that, whatever we can, to this 1 year, because after this year, we're not gonna do it anymore. It's not gonna be like, Centennial +1.
Right.
It's it. We have this year to really just blow everything out and make every event somehow a little bit more special than it has been.
That's very cool. Is your team excited about it?
They're excited and they're tasked with it too, like as far as coming up with dishes or this and that. Like I've got them trying to figure out things that they want to take a recipe that they know is popular back then and bring it in and let's revisit it and let's put a different spin on it and put it out. So the team's excited about it. The membership is, they're just waiting for it. Everything we do is just,
they're all in.
Centennial logos on jackets, Centennial logos on everybody's hats. It's just, even like fitness, 100 push-up challenge, 100 pull-up challenge, everything. I mean, you can't walk through the club without hearing something about it. So it's nice.
That's very cool. You had your sous chef come to PlateCraft.
Yeah,
Tell us a little bit about that experience and what he was able to bring back to the club after having gone.
I saw that pop up and like before registration was open, and I was like, ooh, I want to go to that.
Yeah.
And like I kept waiting and I talked to someone, and as soon as I saw the registration open, I signed up for I ended up not going, I sent Damien instead.
Yeah.
I thought that he would really enjoy it.
Yeah.
He went down there, and I swear the first day he walked back into the kitchen, he had a list of things that he needed me to order. It was like, I need these special mats for this, I need this special starch for this, I need this for this. And it was literally, I think he had been back a week, and we had our board dinner, and he had already put like 3 of the techniques that he learned at PlateCraft just into the board dinner.
That's so awesome.
And then he got really excited when Isabella reached out for a recipe, and I walked him through that. I think I probably read that recipe back and forth with him like 15 times before he emailed it to her.
Yeah.
But it was just, an amazing experience for him. He
Yeah.
got to meet some amazing chefs and really spend some good quality time, like hands-on in a kitchen,
Yeah.
trying techniques out, hearing techniques from Scott Craig and Gio, and it broadened his world as well too.
Yeah.
Because now we saw Gio at an event like a month later,
Right.
and they were immediately talking about what they did at PlateCraft. So.
Why is it important for you to come to things like Chef to Chef, for him to go to something like PlateCraft? What does that do for the culture of your kitchen and for you as a culinarian?
I've never gone to a conference and not walked away with a bag full of ideas. I've never came home and been like, well, I really didn't get anything. You know, there's always something, you know, and it's just like, all right, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna implement it. In that aspect, to network and be able to get with like-minded people and really see what they're doing at their club. And the good thing about chefs is we always want to talk about what we're doing at our club. Right. We're like, we're doing this, you know? So it's really easy to get the information as well, because everybody's so willing to be like, let me show you what I'm doing. Yeah. So it's just for that, between the knowledge of the chefs that are speaking and then just the networking and the camaraderie.